I have two issues I'm going to talk about this morning. And the first one, which you will allow me begin with, is a circular that we have developed from the ministry, a circular regarding land operations and administration. This is a circular that has been released to all stakeholders. And these guidelines are going to guide the stakeholders when they are handling what we call land-related matters. So I'll go straight to the circular. The government has issued circular number 1 of 2026 to bring order, coordination, and accountability to the management of land disputes across Uganda. The circular takes immediate effect and applies to all responsible ministries, departments and agencies, resident district and city commissioners, security agencies, local governments, surveyors, and all other persons involved in land dispute interventions across the country. Land disputes are causing violence, loss of property, insecurity, disruption of investment, and unnecessary pressure on the courts and law enforcement agencies. From today, no government officer, security agency, surveyor, or private actor should intervene in a disputed land matter outside a lawful, coordinated, and documented process. Therefore, under this circular, I direct as follows. No person may be evicted or structure demolished based on influence, verbal instructions, administrative letters, or unverified documents. Evictions and demolitions may proceed only under a lawful, verifiable court order issued through the due process and implemented in compliance with all the applicable safeguards, including the Presidential Executive Order number 2 of 2022. The key aspects of this directive are respect the courts, where a dispute is before a court of competent jurisdiction. All agencies must respect the proceedings and court orders. No administrative authority may review, vary, delay, frustrate, or take control of a judicial process. We have been finding challenges where the court processes are still ongoing, but meanwhile on ground, there is uncoordinated troop movement. People are threatening to evict others. They are taking others to police to make statements. They are evicting people before court has made its final pronouncement. And that's why we are saying we must respect that process. If there is an ongoing court case, we don't expect things to be going on in an area where that dispute is. Number 2, coordinate every intervention, investigations, locus visits, field verifications, and security operations must formally be coordinated with the resident district or city security committees, and they should fully document whatever process is taking place in their respective districts. Next, stop uncoordinated security deployments. Security personnel must not be moved or deployed to influence possession or ownership of disputed land. Where violence, destruction, or threats to life occur, police and other competent agencies must intervene promptly and lawfully protect life and property and preserve evidence. Control locus visits and surveys. Except where expressly sanctioned by a court, non-court locus visits require the Minister of State for Lands prior written approval or clearance from the district or city security committee as a committee, not the RDC as a single person. Survey activities on disputed land must be traceable, coordinated, and must not be used to confuse, dispossess, or prejudice occupants. Next, no private enforcement. Private security guards have no authority to determine ownership, enforce disputed claims, or carry out evictions in contentious land matters. Next, end of forum shopping and corruption. Complainants and officials must use the established referral systems, solicitation, bribery, influence peddling, abuse of office, and receipt of unauthorized benefits will attract disciplinary or criminal action. The ministry will establish a dispute resolution desk to receive and coordinate eligible complaints, prevent duplication, and refer matters to the agencies best placed to act or investigate, and all interventions must produce a verifiable report. Investigations assigned by the minister should be completed within 3 months, unless otherwise directed in writing. An agency unable to act must return the assignment within 2 weeks and give reasons why they cannot execute. Where necessary and permitted by law, a commissioner's caveat may be lodged to protect disputed land pending inquiry or determination. Information received under the circular will centrally be recorded and treated as confidential for the official purpose for which it was supplied. I direct permanent secretaries, heads of agencies, RDCs and RCCs, and city security committees, police commanders, local authorities, and surveyors to disseminate and implement the circular immediately. I also urge citizens to remain calm, preserve documents and evidence to avoid violence, and seek redress only through lawful channels. The government's message is very clear. Land disputes will no longer be managed through force, intimidation, or parallel orders, or corruption. Every intervention must be lawful, coordinated, documented, and accountable. Uncoordinated troop movement has been causing more harm than good. It's like everyone wants to prove that they are experts in land management and land matters. So many people have opened up offices claiming to be helping Ugandans. And at the end of the day, we get Ugandans to our office that they have been cheated. They have been cheated, and some of the people who are trying to do this work, they are not known anywhere in our structures as government. And that's why we said no, we must be coordinated. We first started by those we know who are appointed by His Excellency, the agencies that handle land-related matters, but away from those, there are so many other people who are trying to say that they have a solution, yet they are causing more harm than what is expected. That's why we said that let us have guidelines to guide whichever stakeholder is handling land-related matters. Let our efforts be coordinated in one direction. You get clearance from the State Minister for Lands or clearance from the District Security Committee as a whole. I would give you an example. There are so many assistant RDCs. Everyone is moving in a different direction and they are making decisions which are not informed by law. And we cannot allow that to continue when we haven't guided the country. That's why we are coming up to say no. Enough is enough. Those of you who opened offices wherever they are, please stop. Or else go to the District Security Committee, work with them, and their activities, all actions must be documented in a form of a report that will be forwarded to the Minister of State for Lands, who will then come and brief me on what is taking place. We have seen people investigating. They investigate, they make pronouncements, and no report is submitted to the ministry. How do you expect the ministry, which is mandated to manage land affairs in the country, to take action? When your report was only seen on social media, it did not come to the ministry, which is responsible to clarify or correct whatever wrong was done. So that's why we are saying, let us coordinate, let us move as one government, let us use what we call the whole of government approach. Whoever is doing what is called land dispute management, they should share their reports with us, coordinate with the district security committees for approvals and clearance. Civil surveyors are everywhere, even those who are quacks, who are not registered surveyors, doing what they call boundary opening without clearance from the district security committees. All that must stop. Let them be coordinated by the district security committee so that at the end of the day, they know they are accountable to somebody. There is a layer of accountability. That's what we want.